Hello! Today I'm going to be a little bit Carrie Hope Fletcher-esque, and I'm doing my video against my bookshelf. I actually woke up this morning and I was like, I'm gonna film a video, and then I sat down, like I got my tripod all set up, and then I realized maybe I should change out of my pajamas. So I did that, and I'm here now, and I'm in actual clothes and not pajamas, so yay! Today I'm going to talk about some of the weird things my brother and I did when we were kids. Basically, we played a lot in our backyard. Our backyard was kind of big. Like, we had kind of two yards, I guess. We had, like, the first yard, and then we had a second yard, which was, like, a tree area, courtyard. We called it the way back, and we weren't allowed to go back there for, like, a majority of our childhood because there was, like, animals or, like, lots of trees and sticks everywhere. But once we were older, we were able to go back there. So one day we decided it'd be a great idea if we brought our little tiny shovel and we brought it to the way back, and we started digging a hole there, and we dug a hole every day for like a week, and we just kept digging the hole, and then one day we hit something. Now, was this treasure? Was this something fantastic? No, it was a tree root, and we struck the tree root, and then we looked at the trees around to try and figure out which tree the tree root was. We saw one tree and it was kind of tilted, and so we obviously came to the conclusion that we had struck the root and tilted the tree. And that was just mind-blowing. Like, let's not do that. If the tree falls down, it's gonna be bad. Like, big trouble, man. Big trouble. So we decide that instead of filling the hole back up, we're gonna take the biggest rock we could find, so like this big, for the hole like that big, and we would put it in the hole, and then we covered up with leaves, and that was that. Like, we just left it and never told anybody. We just pretended that it didn't happen. So that was the digging a hole story. And then we played a bunch of games too. Like, I invented a lot of games for us to play when we were younger. One of them being in our yard, we also had kind of like tallish prairie grass. Like, it wasn't that tall, but it was probably from like the ground to like 3 feet up maybe. And so I guess it's gotten tall. And then we invented this game called Peering Through Tall Grass. That was the title, just Peering Through Tall Grass. And I decided that what we would do is that we would army crawl around through the grass and just look at each other through it, just peer at each other. There wasn't like any game to it, just peering, just lots of looking at each other through it, army crawling around. The final game we played was not really anything that original. It was basically hide and seek tag type thing, and it was the week before we moved, because like we moved houses since, so I would show you the yard, but I can't. And so we played like a hide and seek tag thing, and so the week before we moved, my brother realized that you can climb the tree, and you can climb it really, really high up. Like, you can get super high up in the tree, and so he obviously won the game, and we realized, oh my gosh, we have a climbing tree. Like, we've always wanted a climbing tree. And then we realized we also have a tree that we can make forts underneath, because you can lay logs up against some of the lower branches. And this was just mind-blowing. Again, like, minds blown. And we were just so excited. And so for that rest of the week, we built a fort, we climbed up the tree, and then we had to move. And I was so sad because I can't believe we didn't realize that earlier. And so unfortunately, we lost our fort and climbing tree. So I guess that one's kind of depressing. It is kind of depressing. I'm sad. I'm sad thinking about it now. I was thinking about it and I was realizing kind of how strange vlogging is. It's basically just sitting alone in my room with the camera, just talking to it like it's a person. Not a person. You're a person. This camera's not a person. And I'm still getting used to it.